Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2016 U.S. Open 8-Ball Championship at the Predator Arena at the Rio, Las Vegas, Nevada. This is Freddie Agnier. I'm here with George Teachea. George, who do we got playing today?
You're looking at him. You're looking at Skyler Woodward and Deuel, two of the top players in the U.S.
Both these guys play a lot of 7-foot tables, so this should be a very, very interesting match. Probably a great contrast of styles here.
Run and gun and Mr. Break and Precision.
I like it, Mr. Break. We may have to give him that new nickname. There's an article that came out, God, it's been about 10 years now, that called Deuel the Prince of Pool, and many of us actually would say that Larry Lascotti, the great Larry Lascotti from the New England area, is the original Prince of Pool. But that wasn't Larry's nickname either, so we'll keep calling Corey the Principal, but I think he needs a different nickname. Mr. Break is not so bad.
I hope he doesn't mind that too much.
Hey, you know what? If people are giving you nicknames based on your skill.
Well, part of the reason I said Mr. Break is out of the U.S. Open 10-Ball Championships that we witnessed here in the booth, I thought Corey had the most controlled and effective break of anyone.
And you're going to see a good break here. Corey tells me that he's been doing the second ball break, where so far what we've seen is the head ball break, the smash break, or at least a three-quarter break head-on. Corey's been doing the second ball break, and I think he's pattern racking it. I don't know if that's illegal or not. I believe that. I think it's okay as long as you have the solid and a stripe in the lower corner balls. Let's see. We're going to see right here what kind of break he's using. I already can see he's starting off the side rail, going off the 14. Let's see what kind of speed he uses. I think he's asking to make clusters, and then his great shooting style to pick him off. That's what he's done in the past.
So you think he's wanting to create clusters with the break? Well, he's using the second ball break and coming back into him.
He's certainly got a couple of clusters here, especially in the middle of the magic rack.
The second ball break does, though. It does produce clusters.
Normally does.
It does. So it's not that he's trying to create clusters.
It already does. Well, that's why.
It already has, though.
I think his thought process is that on a mover type of game with balls clustered, he's going to have the advantage against most players.
Mm-hmm. Now, keep in mind, this is a match being played on the one-loss side. So both of these players have tasted defeat.
Oh, they have? Okay.
Yes.
Well, it's really this layout lays pretty well for Corey. Both sets of balls are about the same difficulty. I thought that the solids were actually a better pick. But now that he's done this, the 9-ball is open, and I predict that he gets out here.
Yeah, Corey's not a player to do things against his advantage.
Exactly.
He does things for a reason.
Exactly.
Results.
And when he chooses a set of balls that wasn't the set that I would choose, I got to reevaluate why he did it, because his is more than likely going to be the correct choice. Well, of course, it's going to be the correct choice for him regardless.
I think with his type of play, he looks ahead quite a bit, and if he sees by doing this, that may be a little harder now, it makes everything a little easier next. We can already see the contrast in the styles. We've seen Skyler on the stream before. Skyler would have already been, at the last ball. Run and gun and Mr. Strategy. Huh?
Mr. Strategy, Mr. Break. It's a beautiful shot because he wanted to keep that inside and make sure he could hit the 10.
He can't hit the 10, but it is tight. He actually considered playing the combo on that 12-10 when he was down in that area before he shot the shot prior to this one.
Yep.
But he's looking at the 10 now.
I wouldn't think he's shooting the combo because
no combo. I'm saying way before.
Right, yeah.
But no, he's looking at this 10 ball, and
it's tight.
It's makeable.
Very makeable. So he's obviously it goes without problem here. Probably the 9 on the side.
Yes.
Play the 9 on the side. And this looks good.
Mm-hmm.
You see, even though there were clusters, there isn't really much movement.
No, his next shot can be either the 11 or the 12,
right,
and he still can get back up to the 8 ball from the 12.
Sure.
There's also the 9 ball that he's facing, which is going to
probably
shoot now.
This is the shot he plays right now.
Well, he's going to shoot it now. I would imagine he kind of draws over to hit the 6 to get on the 12.
To hit the 7.
Oh, the 7?
That's the 7 right here.
Uh-huh.
Perfect, exactly what you said, other than the wrong number.
I thought he'd go by the 7 to get on the 6.
Yeah. He may come over to the end here to take a look at where he's got to hit.
will he go underneath the 3 or above the 3?
Well, to me, it's well, that'd be interesting because it looked like to me he was going to slide up towards the 2 ball, and he's not. So above the 3.
Above the 3, okay.
That's a professional pattern right there. And
Just
I
come
like
to
that
the
he went to
side.
the corner pocket instead of to the side because, as we talked about before, you don't have to be too far off to be completely wrong on the side pockets as your last ball.
He liked to gone over just a little bit more, but
Should
he's
be
happy with what he
so
has.
no
This is
issue.
not a problem.
It's in.
Whoa. He didn't hit the pocket.
He didn't hit the center.
He
but
didn't hit inside. No, I'm not saying the inside. He hit outside the corner. He hit the corner and used it. Yeah, he used it.
1-0 Corey Deuel, and second ball break certainly helped. You know, we've seen some monster breaks that the end result was way more clustered. So we've seen
that was
more of the head ball break at that 3/4 speed has worked out well. Corey went to the second ball break. I suspect that Skyler will be smashing. How did Skyler get here?
How did Skyler get here?
How did he get to the west side?
How did he get to the west side? He has well, good thing. I'm looking for Skyler now in the bracket, and I can't seem to find him. If I find this match, I find Skyler, right?
Well, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yep. Let's take a look at his break while I bring him up on the screen here.
Both these gentlemen are using Miyuchi cues. Skyler has a self-designed, very nice-looking modern Miyuchi cue. Corey has one of the more traditional styles. That's a good break there. That 3/4
Speed break is nicer.
Ball went into the side pocket, dead straight on a low ball. Toughest ball on the table is the green 6 ball, the lime green 6 ball by the 8 ball. Just from the break, he's sort of forced to play the solids.
Well,
Unless he can, he could jack up on the 11, but the easiest shot right there is the 4 ball.
now he's going to start with the 4.
I think so.
Well, Skyler beat Steve Register, then beat Taylor Anderson, and then he lost to Vilmos Foldis. Vilmos put him in this situation with his back against the wall.
So there you go. He's trying to get down table to deal with the 6 ball, and certainly if he cuts his 3 ball, the 6 ball will come out.
Corey, on the other hand, lost his second match. I think he had a forfeit in the first round, and then lost to Justin Bergman 9-6.
Okay. Well, he broke the 6 ball out, but he didn't really get a good reward. Everything's tied up here.
And then he actually played 2 more matches after that. He beat Jason Klatt 9-7, and then he defeated Tommy Tokov 9-2.
On the
one loss side. On the
one loss side,
correct. So he's played 3 matches to be here.
So as you can see here, Skyler made the 3 ball and broke out the 6, but the 6 came right back and got even worse tied up. So, and of course he will play offensive here because there's not much of a safety valve. Excellent shot. And if he's on this ball, he's on his way. The 2 ball doesn't really go, so he's going to have to solve that. But certainly, if you're up there by the 7 ball, the 2 ball would go in the side pocket or something.
He's headed up to the 2 ball now. If the 6 ball doesn't go by the 1,
he could be. Yes, yeah, you're right.
Because if the 6 ball doesn't appear to go by the 1, so he's going to play the 1, and
from the overhead, the 2 ball might pass the 7 ball. It's close. I suspect it's about a half pocket at the most. And you're right.
He's playing the 1 ball.
He's going to play the 1.
I think he's headed to the 2 ball. No, he's going to stay right there for the 6. He's headed for the 2 ball now. And this is tough to get because if the 2 ball doesn't go past that 11 ball in the corner, he's got to play pinpoint shape. He's looking at that
he's
now.
He's staring at it.
Yeah, he's got to go over to the left side pocket to play the 2 ball in the upper right.
Or it does go, but it has half a pocket if that. Yeah, it rub off the point. But I think that it feels like if it hits the 7,
he can play the 7 next.
Play the 7 next and then play the deuce. That's what it looks like.
He's not going to play the 7 next. There's a big 10 ball in the way, so the 2 ball must go by the 11.
He was staring it down, so he felt comfortable that it went well enough.
If he's playing that shape, he knew it would go.
He's
still looking at it. Well,
it's not any more open than it was before. It's
half
pretty
a
tight.
pocket.
He puts
He's got
pounds.
half a pocket. And he used
Like
all
nothing,
of it.
like nothing there.
Down for the 8, and we're tied at 1.
Watch out. Watch out.
Overamped? No, he's perfect. He's good.
Oh, he's not perfect, but he's good.
I guarantee you he's on his tiptoes looking at that. All you could hear is just like a man on a runaway horse.
Yeah.
Whoa, cue ball.
1-1. That was quite an out.
Yep. These guys have both had a good year so far. I mean, well, they're both successful professional pool players. They've done a pretty good job.
Both of these gentlemen are former Moscone Cup members. Skyler from last year.
Now, they did participate in the 10-ball U.S. Open. And Skyler got to played.
Corey's got to re-rack these. He has to have one ball in the corner. There he goes. He's switching them right now. Good job.
He went pretty deep. I think he got 5th, 6th. Skyler did.
He went
fourth.
He went pretty deep.
He went real deep. He's also taken first place in the Chinook Winds Open 8-ball. So
that's strong.
You know, he's comfortable.
That's
That's a strong field up there. He also, what's the MCC 2016 Open Division? Let's see this break. Corey's
Second ball break.
again.
Yeah, he was very successful last time.
Harder, hit it harder.
Hit it harder. Ball directly in the corner pocket.
The balls are still rolling.
Ball's still rolling. As you see a little bit cluster down there, the 13 and the 7 ball, but he has shots to start off. Whether he pockets I can't see what that ball is. The stripe above the 4 ball.
Stripe above the 4 ball is a 12.
That's the 12 ball. Yeah. Or right into the 4 ball. Look, Corey's studying this rack down.
Yeah, he'll choose his pattern and he'll stick to it. He's studious at first, active after that. So, see what the problem is what he's got. The 7 ball is a problem.
Both have their problems, and I think that's it. You know, the 13 and 7 are certainly tied up. And the 5 ball doesn't go anywhere unless you play it with a combination.
I think he's going to choose the stripes.
He's going to choose the easiest ball on the table to shoot. 14 in the corner. And he may play the 13 off the 4 into the side, and then everything's open from there.
I think he plays it straight in. You might play this 10 ball next, and then the 13. Because the 10 ball,
the angle.
Yeah, the angle on the 10 is excellent, and it leads to the angle for the 13.
Yeah, I think he just overhit this just by a hair, but from that distance, it's definitely excusable. It's close.
Mm-hmm. See, it's tight to play it off the 4, but see what he does. It's his choice. We can call the options. He gets to shoot it.
That's right. He gets the honor.
Well, he gets to choose it and create a different one that we didn't see, and then shoot it.
That's true.
There you go. So see, there's
shooting,
the option.
She's shooting at
He's
the
not
ball that
shooting
we're not even talking about.
We didn't even look at the 11 ball.
Because this 12 ball is also good to the 4 ball if you wanted to break out the 13.
Mm-hmm. So I think he will be opening up 13, or he just might go to the 10 from here.
Well, you can see here the
No,
12
he
ball goes
won't.
clean if he wanted to just shoot it clean. And if it does go clean and he shoots it clean, then it tells us the 13 also he feels comfortable keeping it clean. You'd rather not bump into the balls because the 6 or the 7 ball may just. Yeah, no, he decided to go ahead and break it out, open it up.
Well, now he's going to have to shoot the 13 in the either corner pocket. I don't think he'll shoot it in this. It still goes in this.
Sure.
It looks like it still goes in this side. His choice.
Either way, if he plays the 9, he's got to go around the table. If he plays the 10, he just goes 2 rails around.
We're starting to draw a little bit of a gallery here today.
Yeah. This is a nice shot. This is the nice shot and very simple.
Up and around.
Here. Everybody sees the shot and says, God, that was so simple.
Mm-hmm. And so is this 9 ball, and so is the 13 in the corner, and so is the 8 ball in the corner. He's going to play the 8-ball in the side pocket
Or
the corner pocket.
You know, that's just a beautiful run out, George.
Precise all the way.
And it's a really professional style run out. Pretty difficult for the recreational player.
But he didn't do anything special.
Nothing seemed special, but every shot actually was special, but nothing spectacular.
But it was just the proper shot selection.
Yeah,
the whole way.
Shot selection will get you a long way here in 8-ball.
Yep, and he's rewarded for it by a round of applause and game number 3. It's 2-1. Good job, Corey. Skyler's going to come up here and do his thing. We'll watch a little bit different break, a little harder break.
Well, the head ball break. Yeah, I think Corey actually had hit it harder than Skyler had hit his, which was a surprise. He smacked that rack.
You know what I just noticed in looking at the AZ leaderboard, money leaderboard? It's pretty current. It shows his 4th place finish at the U.S. Open 10 Ball 2016.
Up to date.
Up to date. So he's 12th on the money list so far in July of 2016.
It should be up to date because Mike Howard's been sitting ringside.
Yeah, he has been sitting. Is he still here today?
No, not today.
He's been here the last few days. Yeah, he's been awesome actually. He's come up.
Dry break.
He's come up and interacted with us and, you know, said this, that, or the other, and a couple of conversations, couple of jokes, had some fun. Now, see, Skyler's 12th, and Corey is, like, a lot further down. I haven't found him yet. But we got a dry break here, which brings Corey Deuel to the table.
Open table. He could shoot a combination 5 into the 11 if he wanted to. It's free to do. The 10 ball is tied up by the 8.
Corey's 24th on the money list. No wins this year. Couple of seconds, few fourths.
Shook his head a little bit because it doesn't see the obvious out.
Well, it may not be obvious to us, but keep in mind he's one of the most creative one-pocket players.
He's one of the most creative players in any game.
Mm-hmm.
And he's no stranger to 8-ball.
No.
I think he wanted to tickle that 11.
Well, when Skyler won the Chinook wins, Corey was 7th. Taking the 6 ball to the side.
I think he's drawing back here to try to break these balls.
He's got the angle to do it. He'll probably just bump the 5 softly to the... No, he's not. He's going to change his mind.
This is a tough rack here.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the 5. Well,
you know, I was going to say he might wish that he shoots the 6 ball now, but the 3 ball's there to give him opportunity to get on that ball.
That was quite a pattern to get down to the 2 ball.
Mm-hmm. Slid between the 12 and the rail position on the 2 and the 4.
He's getting to that position, George, where the trouble ball has been sitting there since the first shot, and it's still up there.
Yes, he does have a lead into it. He's got a 3 ball to do what he has to do. The 6 ball also goes to the corner pocket to the left of him, so he can get to the 5. He can get to the 5. He has a way to get to it. So his relief valve is there too. Opened up the 8, but he's okay with this.
Unfortunately, he opened up the 10. The 8 ball actually went to the corner pocket.
Oh, did it?
It already went to the corner pocket, so that shot, I think the shot was meant to actually just hold the cue ball for him.
It looks like he intentionally wanted to open that up, but not stick to the 8.
One rail up here for that 3 ball.
Actually, he might have to go 2 because, well, no, you're right. Just straight up. Straight up past the 12.
I really enjoy watching Corey play 8-ball. Every shot means something.
He went around. He's not happy.
Oh, he's going to come up short.
Oh,
well, he's in a good spot.
He's actually perfect. The angle's perfect, but he almost got in trouble being cueing the ball. Yeah, being tree-topped, as you call it. Yeah, it's a good way.
It's the Kenny Schumann.
Well, he's limited to where you can hit the cue ball, and if you're limited there and you need English, you can't use right English. You can't use low English. You have to use high.
Yeah, I think he was short by a good 2 feet because I think he wanted to go on the other side of his 3. It feels that way because how do you get to the 5 ball if you didn't go over there?
It's tough. He's going to have to get far to the right and come off the side rail for the 5.
And then with enough speed to get some kind.
Yes. This is dangerous. This is very, very dangerous for him. He's going to have to be extremely precise.
And for sure, every shot he's been thinking about that 5 ball.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to shoot that shot, George, to the side rail and try to get to it. Unless he thinks he can play like the 6
move the 13 ball here.
Well, he doesn't need to. So he's playing the 6 ball off the 11.
He's going to wish this ball's come.
That's awfully late to be dealing with this, but you know what? He's so.
He's going to bump the 13.
Yes, of course, but he's running into the 11 ball with the 6 ball, I believe. Or I mean, how else does that 5 ball go?
The cue ball has to open it up. The cue ball has to open it up off the 11. Like that.
Like that.
See? The cue ball has to open it up.
Nice call. Nice call. That's a lot of hope there on the leave.
Well, it's a little difficult on the leave, too.
2 rails down for the 8 ball in the side pocket or all the way down for the corner pocket.
This is exactly the type of shot that can skid.
Well, he's got to spin it this outside anyway, so just a hair of outside English, low right-hand English. Watch out for the side pocket. No problem with side pocket.
Beautifully.
Things are in the way.
The only thing that's not beautiful here is he's going to have to cut the 8 ball back to the corner pocket. He's way below it.
I don't think it goes in the corner pocket, does it?
It must, because it doesn't go in the side.
You get a camera angle on the corner pocket. It
yes,
does
it goes
go
in the corner. He's got to cut it in the corner, which means his cue ball is going to track between the 10, 14
into the side,
pocket. Right. So he's in a tough place here. He's not comfortable with this shot. Neither is anybody else shooting this shot because you're going to make contact with 2 balls.
He's hoping to hit high in the 14.
Well, he's going to hit low on the 10, and it sends him to the side.
He went right between,
and he missed the ball.
So let's see. If he went a little bit thinner, he hits the 10.
Correct.
And that side pocket's well into play.
No, if he hits the 10, he's better off. If he hits the 14,
it might go.
It goes off the 10. Yeah. So, which means that he probably would have been in good shape had he made the ball.
Yeah, he must have been because he shot straight at it.
Mm-hmm.
He would have seen exactly that same analysis.
Right. Well, Skyler's going to work now with a completely open table, and he'll make quick work of this.
He will make quick work of this. Corey went for the hole out there, and it's tough because it's tough to play safe. But that 5 ball was the problem ball all the way through.
And you got a steep angle on it, and he didn't get
tough to get position.
It's those steep angles, make that cue ball travel, and once it starts traveling on these 7-foot tables, it's tough to get it exactly where you want it. And you run into problems. Causes missed shots.
I think if Corey had to do all over again, he'd do exactly the same thing.
Probably.
I don't see a safety in that rack to try to get out.
Yeah, he might have hit that last shot before the 5 a little harder.
This is, of course, Skyler only had wide open balls to go to, but he chose to have a ball up table as his key ball, and sometimes you have to do that in 8 ball. Sometimes it's the right thing to do.
Mm-hmm. Well, when it's basically in front of a pocket, although that's not in front of the pocket.
It's not in front of the pocket.
To the side here. And there you go. We're tied at 2 with Corey breaking the balls. So, lost opportunity for Corey. Had he won that game, he gets another mini break.
He got a mini break, and
he'd have a 3-game lead.
But the balls just weren't really open. Just from the start with Corey staring it down, we knew it was going to be a tough run out. 5-ball was tough all the way. It was tough at every shot. Never really given. He had to land really, really nicely off of that breakout, and there was more opportunities for bad than good, I think. But he was forced to shoot it.
Well, bumping balls. Bumping balls, you have to bump them just right.
Yeah, bumping 3 balls and getting position is what he was asking.
That's right.
He had position for a shot, but it was difficult to control the cue ball.
Those steep cuts.
But I'll go back to it. I love watching him play 8-ball. You can see the study in it, the strategy.
So your favorite game is 8-ball.
I love watching 8-ball. I love watching good 8-ball.
I like the strategies involved in 8-ball, and I don't mind watching it. I personally don't like it. It's my least favorite game.
To play?
To play.
Yeah. He hit the balls hard last time, the second ball. Let's see how hard he hits him this time. A little less hard, but
did he
still.
Hit lower? I thought he hit lower there.
I can't tell if he actually hit lower. I'd love to see the replay.
Yeah.
But as you can see, much wider spread on that one. He's been changing speeds. He went relatively slow and then relatively big, and this one is, I guess, somewhere in the middle. Maybe still a little bit on the fast side, but
he does have a better spread. There's really no cluster except for the 3-4, but that's easily taken care of.
He'll get to it, right?
Because you can get to the 4 and get to the 3.
Does he actually have a shot on a low ball to start? He's aiming
straight
at the 1.
Straight in at the 6. He's straight in on the 6 or the 1.
The 1 on the side, and he's playing to don't
he's
go
made
in.
Them both. Why not? The 2-ball's lane is insurance.
Yeah.
But the 5-ball, so he's going to draw this ball off the 2. He's going to draw the 2-ball back for the 4 or the 5.
I like the 4-ball, I guess.
Well, it's easier to draw it down further. It's more open, more landing area, better angle to get to. And there it is. He'll. Does he have an angle? He doesn't have an angle to get to the 3.
The 3-ball goes up table. And it can draw for the 3 on the side as well.
And he's going to go do that right now, I think. Yep, off the 9. That gives himself room, a little more room between the balls.
This is pretty nice 8-ball, I tell you. Because he can play for the 5-ball up table if he wants to, or to the side. I mean, I'd be playing up table just because it's easier to shoot in the corner pocket.
He might play the 5 and then get on the 3 going up table. Although it looks pretty straight right here.
Looks pretty straight.
It goes to the left. If he shoots the 3-ball in the corner, it goes to the left.
Oh, I see what's happening. He's just got the wrong angle here. That goes back to what I've been saying. It's very tough to play for the side pocket in one of the last shots because the wrong angle can be super wrong. And he's got the wrong angle again.
He goes to the side.
But he's got to go around the 10 now and really sort of pound it.
This is easier to do.
It is easier
right
to do.
Right low, he goes 2 rails towards the 8.
See how you have to pound it there.
And off you go.
And
there you are.
But that's a high skill level shot right there. You're not going to ask the lower level skill players to get that shot.
No.
But he was forced to do it.
And takes game number 5 for a 3-2 lead. And gets a round of applause for his efforts.
Another great out, professional out.
Who's your favorite, one of your favorite professional players?
Well, my favorite professional player would probably be Nick Varner.
Nick Varner.
And Nick was a great 8-ball player in his prime.
Good choice. Nick was also a very, very good top-level one-pocket player.
Absolutely. Won the DCC one-pocket championship.
Several times, right?
At least once, and he won the Banks also.
Several times.
At the time, Nick Varner was probably the best all-around player, especially in the late 80s and early 90s. An all-around player, one-pocket, straight pool.
Would you put him ahead of Mike Siegel?
For all-around?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Mike Siegel, I mean, just such a great shooter. That it's tough to call Mike Siegel a one-pocket player, even though he won a one-pocket event. He's just a fantastic player.
Well,
let's get back to Skyler's break here.
Smack him and crack him.
Solid break, not as solid in head ball, but ball in the corner pocket. All the balls wide open, and he needs a first shot. 2-ball in the corner goes. That's the easiest shot, straight in. Do you see another shot that's a simple shot here?
But the only shot he really has is the 2-ball.
2-ball.
Or the 14.
Oh, he does see the 14. Yeah. Why not? Do you shoot the 14 and float down? Because the 11 ball goes in the side. No, he's
No,
attacking
he's
the 2.
takes
Attacking the 2.
Well, they're all open. Stripes are all, solids are all open.
Yeah.
2, 3, 1 or 4. 1, 4,
Yeah,
3.
4 on the side.
5, 7. Or
There you go.
7, 5. Either way.
5 ball at this point. After he makes the 4 ball, the 5 ball is going to be the toughest ball on the table.
It's in the middle. He'd play it in the side. He'd probably play that one last.
Could play it last. And
Yeah,
we'll
to get on
come
the
up to that situation with the ball in the side pocket.
It's one or the other. Yeah, but he's got a great lead into it with the 7 ball. It leads him right to the shot. Right now it's the 4 balls next on the side. He's a little funny here.
Yeah, so if he can't get to the 7 now, he'll slide over for the 5.
Exactly. He'll just stun the ball right over for the 5, which is difficult because it's a speed shot.
Right, and pound it.
He could go by it. He could, stay under it.
Or just barely crawl it up there and see the 7 and then do a drag draw on it.
Yeah,
No, he went
came all the way over. He's got
he's-
tree-topped.
That's
why I said speed shot. Speed shot. He's not happy. And how do you get to the 7?
Yeah. It really goes back, playing the 4 on the side, but he had to play the 4 on the side. That was a little bit tricky.
He just got, going back to your point that you made several times, and I've made this many, many times, because it's a very valid point. Playing position for balls in the side pocket. If you don't have the right angle, it leads to things like this.
Right. It doesn't take much. You can be off the right angle, going the corners, and still be okay. You're off a little bit on the side pocket. It's a lot of work.
He might have to settle for. Oh, he's going to hit this hard. I was going to say he
'Cause
might
he
have to settle for a bank.
Because he wants
He's
to make
not
sure.
going to like this at all.
Bump it.
He's not going to like this at all.
Yeah.
He might have been better off settling for a bank.
Yeah, in hindsight, of course, but
And look where he put the 8.
yeah.
Hello.
Could probably make that 8 off a ball. No, it doesn't look good. Doesn't look good
He
at
can
all.
make. I think he can make the 7 in the side pocket. It looks like it might be a makeable cut, but that cue ball's going to
Really?
travel. Look at it.
Gotta look at it from the overhead
From
again.
the overhead, it looks like he can cut it. See, right here.
Aren't those balls frozen?
No, there's distance between them. There's a good. Oh, yeah, there's distance between them. You can see the shadows in between. Is there a shadow in between?
Even if they're so close, they're within such a distance that
okay. Then
where's the cut without fouling?
I'll retract my statement. You can't make the 7 without kicking it,
Yeah.
and even that is tough because he's so close to the rail. He's in trouble. He's probably going to go off this ball,
Play
hit
safety.
hit the head rail, and put him up against the 8, hopefully, so he can't hit the ball there and stick him back. He could just go against the rail and up against the ball and hide everything.
Yeah,
This
that's
is a
what
little-
that's what I'm thinking.
This is something Efren would do very, very easy.
I think
Easily.
I think the kick might be another consideration here. Let's see if he. It's certainly if he can get behind it without fouling.
If he kicks it and makes it, what's he going to do with the 8? Play it off the 14?
Yeah, and that's what he's have to look at, whether he can
Yeah.
actually do that.
And that's what
Doesn't
he's
look
looking
it.
at right now.
Yeah,
He's
you're
calling
right.
the ball.
Calling the ball. He's going to take a look at this. It feels like he's got to kick it. Yeah, here we go. Bill is out there.
Yeah, you got to watch for that double hit on this shot.
That's got to be a double hit. How is that not
No.
a double hit? Okay.
It wasn't you
Mustn't
didn't
have
call a
been.
double hit because
Bill-
it wasn't.
Bill is right there.
He hit it clean, and it stopped off the ball. Just a kick and stick shot kind of.
Must have been.
Mm-hmm.
Advantage, Corey Deuel.
Severe advantage, Corey Deuel. The 7 ball's tied up. He can play him safe from anywhere on the table.
He
just
played
about.
himself safe.
Well,
Played
it's
himself
not
safe.
going to be a tall order to get another safety here.
No. Thin off the ball, and better take a look here. I was expect behind the 4, whatever that ball,
Right
15.
there. The only thing here is he can go rail first with a lot of spin. Upper right-hand English rail first. But where's he going to go to? The ball doesn't go.
Doesn't go anywhere. You got to just hit it
He
so that
can
he's
hit
not
it.
giving up ball in hand.
Well, what do you do here? His options are to hit this
They're-
ball, make a good hit, and not give up ball in hand.
That's it. Cozy it up there. If
Cozy
you
it
could
up.
cozy up to the other 2 balls.
And
And
create a bigger cluster for his opponent.
That's right.
You know, he's going to.
There's a lot of hope going on here, right?
Yeah,
this is why, you go to, if you run more than 3 or 4 balls in 8-ball and then you give the table back, you're such in a disadvantage for the safety game if the guy doesn't have a run.
2 rail kicking it.
2 rails.
Maybe 3. He's going to kick it out into the open.
Why not?
He says, if I'm going to have 1 ball left on the table, I don't want it clustered with other balls.
That was a great kick. And Corey doesn't have an out here, so you expect at least 2, 3 more safeties. If he doesn't play safety now on the 14-10, it's going to be like 3 more safeties.
I think Corey tries to get on the 9 ball, giving himself an angle to break him up. Correct. And Corey always has a great safety to get up on top and open up the 14 and stick him behind the 8. So he's got what he needs to have. He's got the tools to work this game to his advantage.
Did he get a good angle here? It looks like he's just a hair short.
No, he doesn't have. He's going to have to create it right here, which takes away a safety valve.
Yeah, took out another ball that he needed as his backup.
Correct. Takes away the safety valve. Now here's a good question: does he come at it straight at it, or does he go to the head rail? Going to the head rail and down
to go behind
almost guarantees him a shot when he hits them. At a decent clip.
You'd hate to get caught up on the 8-ball.
Well, he's not going to hit it soft. That's for sure. If he goes that route, does he go straight at it? Going straight at it, he doesn't have to. He's not guaranteeing himself a shot.
Goes out now.
There he goes, just from there.
This way,
and there he is. There's a shot. See, going to the top and down guarantees him a shot. Going straight at it could have, he could have not gotten a shot out of it.
He could have easily not had a shot here. Yeah. If that ball was to the left, he wouldn't have had a shot. And he
doesn't have a shot
just
now.
saved himself.
He doesn't have a shot now.
Let's take a look. He's not shaking his head, so he must have the ball in the side pocket. Wow, we're talking about 2 millimeters, and he's hooked.
Oh, Corey.
Well, he stole one here.
Yes, he did. Nice shot. Well done. Game number
4-2.
Game number 6 goes to Corey Deuel. Yeah, game number 6 is his. 4 games.
And his break, he's broken around all of his racks so far. That's 3 of them.
Going to Fargo rate, this is the closest match I've seen. They're 1 point apart.
Yeah, it's an even race.
Yeah, it's a dead even race. There's 2 games apart, and there's a 20% difference in their percentages.
It might go up here. There it goes, 72 to 28 now.
That's right. Yeah, they haven't inputted that yet. So, but we've got a good little race here. One of the great things about having the Predator Arena in the same room as the league players and amateur players is they get to watch the pros do the same thing they're doing.
Yeah, this
on
is
the
8-ball.
Same equipment. This is 8-ball. That's what they're playing all week.
This is the most popular game for the league players.
Mm-hmm.
8-ball and the 7-foot table.
And guess what? Coming up after this, after the U.S. Open 8-ball championships, we have 3 challenge matches.
Sure. Those
3
are
great challenge matches.
Rodney and Francisco.
Rodney, Francisco. Who are the others?
Shane versus Torsten.
And Corey's in another one, isn't he? Justin Bergman and Corey?
Yep.
Okay. Yep, 27th, 28th, and 29th.
And that one wasn't such a hard break, and you can see all the clusters here.
Yes. Oh, good luck picking up this rack. I mean, yeah, the magic rack. He's got to remove the 4. He's got to remove the 3.
That 4-ball's crucial.
Or does it slide? It slides past the 3. Okay, so it wasn't that bad.
No,
you just have to pick up 1 ball.
You make sure he doesn't move the 10 here because that 4 and 10 is a crucial positioning.
Part of the game, correct. Nice little tool to pick up ball picker-upper. The better picker-upper.
That's right. So the 4-2 combination is still good. Here it is.
If you're calling that 4-2 combo good, I'm not liking it. I'd rather break it up off the 5.
Yeah, it'll probably break up before that. But it's there if it had to be.
Mm-hmm. No, there's enough distance between them.
He could shoot it right now. 7 in the corner.
That's what it looks like he's lining up on. That's all he really has. 2 ball in the corner or 1 ball in the side.
Either one.
Those are only choices he has.
2 ball might not even pass the 13.
Yeah, play it off the 13.
One on the side. Here we go.
A little bit of whoa. And now the 5 ball in the corner. Who is this gentleman? Do you know this gentleman right here? Predator. He's wearing a Predator logo shirt. Watching intently. We have several people out there watching intently.
If there's no angle on the 5, then I think he's going to shoot the 4-2.
Good call. Let's see what he lines up on. He's looking at the 4-2 now. Freddie, Mr. 8 ball.
I assumed he called it because I don't see any motion. I think Bill had to warn him. A great shot here, and if he gets on the 3 ball, and the 3 ball does pass, and it's a big ball up there, big pocket up there.
It's actually
it's big, except for the pocket actually shifts to the left, right?
Yeah,
So
the rail.
What do we call that then?
The rail becomes part of the pocket.
Yeah, exactly. The pocket is shifted, and he's used the cushion. There it is.
Yep. The pocket's a lot bigger now. And this game is pretty much over. He'll play the 4 ball or the 5 ball, and then the 6 ball last for the 8. Which you've already. He's not going to play the C. He's not playing the side pocket last.
He's not going to play it last, but you see the off angle there. No matter what, it's going to be close to the end, and it's a little tricky.
Yep.
But because he's chosen to shoot a second last, he has another ball to shoot position for. If he only had the 8 ball to position for, he might get into trouble. He would have gotten there, of course, but
yeah,
that's the way I like to play there.
Now see, I wouldn't mind shooting the side pocket last with the angle that he had there, because look where it turned up for the 8.
Sure, yeah.
Now he's going to get perfect here, so it doesn't really matter.
And you notice, perfect here. It was there was a good 3 or 4 feet of position that was perfect there.
Right. He was going to be coming back to the 8 ball in line.
In line, close enough to line. In line.
Right.
Another nice out, and he deserves the applause.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of people applauding. Every time Corey has a run out, it's something that looks pretty special, It's not like some of the run outs we've had in the past where it was a complete shootout with balls flying all over the place, and it was any guess what was the next shot.
Are you referring
I'm
to
just,
Sean Murphy's case?
I didn't name anything
That's okay,
there.
Sean. He put on a great show of some
he
great
made some great
run
outs. He made some great outs.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. He put on a shooter's show. A shooting gallery. How's that?
Yes. Corey's broken run every rack, and every rack I think but one was pretty tied up.
Precise. He's maneuvered his way around these balls.
That's Paul Costain, Cone, or Predator
Yeah,
cues.
I thought he had to do something with Predator because his logo, and he's also the inventor of the unilock joint. That's a little tidbit. How's that? And that unilock joint was very, very popular for quite some time.
It still is.
Yeah. Now they like the radial pin. There's G10 pins. There's 3/8 10, of course. The steel joints. But unilock is it's a nice joint. They were using it pretty much exclusively for a while. A couple of cue makers.
Yeah, there's several. There's the unilocks and the radial pins by Unilock as well. And the quick release. So another big break by Skyler. Got a couple of problems ball down here. If he plays the stripes, he's going right at him right now. I really like that, going after the trouble balls right at the beginning, not at the end, but they're still trouble balls.
It's much wiser to do. Had a player in our previous match done the same thing, there might have been a different outcome to the result of the match. He might still be on the winner's side.
Shooting this as if this ball goes, so.
Yeah, he's.
And it does go. Great shot.
Now the 10. Probably the 9 ball next.
As long as he can see one of them.
Yeah, as long as he can see one of them, he's going to go for it. But he's going to follow this ball and try to get up for the 9.
2 rails.
No, he drew to get up for the 9. Didn't get there for the 9, but he got there for the 13, and he'll come down for the 9 and over for the 8.
Pocket.
Right. He wants to get straight in on the 9 ball for the corner. Right about where he's aiming. See, I try to make it a point to call the shot after I see the player aiming for that location.
Well, is he dead straight on this? He'd like to be at this point.
He's okay. He's going to follow down. He only has to follow down maybe 8 inches.
So
He can even
ball
bump the 6. He can even bump the 6 if he wants. He's just going to
he was good.
Yeah,
no issues there.
No problem.
Very nicely done.
And closes the gap.
And this is what kind of racks he's going to need. Easy outs, easy break. What looked to be easy there. It wasn't easy by any means, but quick, easy to try to put some kind of heat on Corey. But I don't think at this point Corey's feeling it.
You know,
he's broken in every rack he has.
Right. The key to that rack was he attacked his problem
ball right on the first
right
shot.
out of the get-go and proceeded to just pluck away. He cut the chicken's head off first and then just plucked it. Corey breaking the balls here, leading 5-3 in a race to 9. U.S. Open 8-ball championships in the Predator Arena. You have the co-owner of Predator watching this match. Right on your right there look at the upper right-hand corner pocket, and that's him sitting behind the pole. Paul Costain.
It'd be interesting to see what speed Corey's hitting the balls this time, because he is.
There you go. Good shot.
He's varied his speed so far, and one of those breaks was wide open, and the last one was completely not open. I guess it doesn't matter to him, just as long as he has a shot.
Second ball break, it looks like. Yep.
Yeah, definitely the second ball break.
The cue ball came down instead of the side. Almost scratching the pocket. I mean, he just wobbled the pocket, the corner pocket.
Well, he doesn't have a great opening shot here.
I don't think he's happy with what he just did.
Does the 12 ball go as a combination? He's staring at it, and he can barely hit the 10 ball, so it's not like he can even cut this. He's got to only be able to hit what's available. From up top, it is awfully close.
He can play the 14 ball or the 15 ball off of the 12 if he has to for the side pocket.
It'll end up hitting both balls, I think.
If he does that, it opens up. He's only got to contend with the 14.
14 ball.
Yeah, you're right. He's going to have to go out and hit both balls, which may not make the ball.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to catch the corner. He's also looking at the combo.
Yeah, that's what he's looking at first.
Yeah.
He only has so much of that ball to hit. Ideally, he'd hit more of the 10, but he only has a piece of the 10.
I don't even think
and swerving it in there.
It's close. He's going to have to go for the 15 ball.
15 side pocket, or the 15. Well, whatever he called. Yeah, so see that it went both off both balls. And the 14, does it go in the side pocket? I mean, he's the type of player that would play that, right?
The 14 doesn't go in the side pocket. It doesn't have a hole.
Look at the stick down there.
Oh, you mean the side pocket on the left there if he gets by the 5?
Yeah.
He looked at it. John's going to give us a great angle. It does.
It goes.
It does. Nice call, Freddie. Perfect.
The only question is, would he actually play for that? He's certainly the type of player that would play for it as opposed to trying to break it out. But he's dead straight on this, isn't he?
He can go to the side rail if he wants to. He can't go to the end rail, though.
I think he wants one more shot at a different angle at this ball if he's going to do it. 10 in the corner.
Yeah, he's in a tough place. He might not get to where he needs to get for the 14, so he's going to choose something else and then come back to it.
Just roll it.
He's chosen something else to come back to it now.
It's breaking it.
Think he's breaking it off the 9? He's going to have to come up and come from underneath, or will he come right into it? Come right into it, and you hit it thick, you go in the drink.
Right. Come around it with a little left, so it goes right to the 5 to play in the side pocket.
That's a pretty delicate shot.
Well, let's watch him.
Mr. Delicacy. If he shoots the 11, the 13 now, he's going to limit his options of getting to the 14. So he might have to shoot this now.
Yeah, I think he's playing below it. I don't think he's trying to break it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
into the 5.
coming up into
it.
he
did break it.
Uh-huh.
Does that ball go anywhere?
It does now.
It does
goes
now.
to the corner. It goes to the either side pocket, and I believe he has a shot on the 13 to come over for it, and it leads him right to the 12. If he gets position for the 14 in the right-hand side pocket, it leads him right to the 12. If his angle is good, your point again.
It's a
shooting the side pocket. He's got to be. He can't be up there.
He can't be there either. There's only one line, I think.
There's only one line.
So
yeah, he's got to be down from where he's aiming.
If he's
but he's aiming it, so
if it's a little higher, as long as he's off the rail, then he might be able to draw it down over around the 5. But that gets to be pretty challenging.
This is a tough shot. He's faced with landing a ball. This is Corey that did this in a game where he came across the line instead of into the line.
Yeah.
And it cost him a big game. It was a big loss. I forget where it was. I think it was in the 10 ball. Easy.
Playing the line here. Hold it.
He's on the wrong side.
Well, he looked at this before, so he would draw this
under,
down and up.
Under the 5 and up to by the deuce.
And if he makes this, and this will be a pretty shot, and we've got a great angle on this.
Mm-hmm. This is nice angle.
Let's see the other angle.
Down and up.
Down and up.
Bingo. And
And just try to hold it over there. He's got the shot.
Yeah, he's got the shot. But
stop shot here and then play
ball.
2-8 ball in the side pocket.
Ball rolls another inch. He's behind the deuce.
I know.
That's what I didn't like about that shot. I think he would have come in here with right low English and come straight up this way. And it's a stop shot for the 8 in the side.
Oh, he let it loose a little bit. See how he kind of
dragged
dragged it?
He didn't want to.
Right, he wanted a stop shot.
Yeah, he wanted. He didn't want to. I don't think he wanted to there, because now this cue ball is going to float down.
Well, he feels comfortable about no scratching, so just make this and he's good.
And good he is. 6
Oh.
Oh.
Hello. Nope, it's coming up short.
Yeah.
What a great, another great out. That one was quite a road.
6-3. He's 3 games away from victory. His opponent is 6 games away from the final goal of 9 games.
Now let's take a look at this. He's done the second ball break every time and broken ran every rack. Whereas we have guys breaking hard, and they're not breaking running every rack.
Skyler is
No, Corey.
Oh, Corey, you're right.
Why aren't more of these players? I mean, these guys are great pocketers and position players too. Or do you think that that's Corey's advantage over some of these guys?
Well, I called him Mr. Break earlier for a reason.
Yeah, the Mr. Strategy.
Yeah.
Mr. Break.
People kind of talk about his slow break, in 8 ball now that we're watching, the second ball break. Skyler's going to whack him. And let's see what his success is. Whack him, crack him. There goes a ball. There goes another. 13, yes. Adios. Open table.
Open table and easy first shots. Anything tied up?
No.
Not really.
No. The hardest thing he has is a 5-1 combo, but he doesn't even have to shoot that. He can work around it, and he will.
He will.
The 6 ball, he's going to...
It goes. At least it goes.
He'll shoot the 4, then the 6, and get rid of that. And come down, he'll take... Oh, wait a minute. I thought this was a cue ball up here by the 8.
No, the 6 goes. The 6 goes,
yeah.
So...
Everything's fine. His 6 ball, if anything, will present the biggest problem.
Right. Of course, he's playing the high balls.
Well, now that he's chosen
highs, you can see that that's even easier.
The 6 ball presents
no problem.
The only problem it presents is makes the 12 ball a little harder to get on.
And then that's the difference between a top 8-ball player, top pool player. He had no problem firing that ball in.
Oh no,
that wasn't even a consideration for us up here. Surely can make it, but the easiest shots on the table right there by him with the solids. But now that he shot that first one, clearly it was the right shot for a player of his caliber.
And
or as a friend of mine would say, a player of his caliper.
Caliper?
Yeah.
Well, he's going to caliper this
He's very measured.
All right, fine. He's going to calibrate this shot for a good angle on the 12.
Stop shot here.
Yeah.
One rail across with 12 ball in the same pocket.
8-ball will go in the same pocket as the 12.
You know, as well as Corey's playing, he's only up the one service break, I think.
And
so
a young gun from Kentucky
just fires right through it. Hello.
Waltzes through this rack.
Through it. 4 to 6.
Wait a minute, that's a Tennessee waltz?
Yeah. Well, right through it.
Corey's racking the balls here. Let's take a look at the bracket here and see if we can let you up on what's gone on in some of the other matches. First and foremost, I can see that Jesse Bowman defeated Rodney Morris.
Jesse's a small table specialist.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what else has transpired. Oh, we don't have a score on Thorsten and Rory Hendrickson. That was played at 10. Let's see. We have Francisco Bustamante. Oh, that's coming up at 12:30.
Oh, nice.
But Francisco Bustamante, actually Lee Brett forfeited to Francisco.
So here goes the break again. He kind of lost his cue ball last time, down table.
Mm-hmm. That almost scratched. Yeah, see that one
that's
came straight across. And look at
the corner ball went right in the pocket.
Yeah, the ball's
really tight, but he's got a couple of different first shots. The high ball, if he chose to jack up and play the 12 ball, all stripes are open.
I think if he plays the 12 ball, yeah, like you said, he doesn't even have to jack up because he's got the whole right side of it to play.
And there he goes. And you can see
up and away.
He's not too worried about it.
11 balls next.
Ooh, the cue ball looked like it stopped on a piece of crumb.
Crumb?
Yeah, like a chalk crumb or something.
Who was having coffee and left their crumbs on the table?
Well, it's got slightly the wrong angle here, but he can handle it. You jack up and probably just bump into the 2 ball, but he can't drive it to the 15. Okay, he didn't have to get to the 2 ball. Car driving here.
Right English or draw?
I was about to ask you that.
Right English.
Okay, I'd be going with left here.
He's going with left, coming around to the right?
Yeah, that's what I would do. I'd miss the shot, of course, but where is he going?
Way up top for the full 15 ball.
apparently he wanted to do that, so he's
way up top.
Nice overhead view
well,
there.
Here's
you
perfect.
see
Watch this. He's
going to
shoot the 10, the 9, the 15, and out. He'll stop it. Perfect. This is a perfect pattern.
Perfect
right
pattern.
This is a perfect pattern right here. Answers that question.
I'd like him to take a look at that 9 ball just to make sure that he's got the right angle. He's going to stop this ball.
Mm-hmm. A little follow to get straight in on the 15 ball, and a stop shot for the 8.
Yep.
And he's on 7. He's in the home stretch. He's around.
Where are you going?
My, did he go far? Now he has to run into the 1 or the 5.
I think he'll just slide across and back out. It's a pretty nice window to actually play for the 8 ball. It's not ideal, but this is where he is.
He didn't have to be here.
He didn't have to be here.
No, he didn't. But you're right. He's going to go to the rail and come back out. It doesn't mean he can't hit the top of the one and scratch.
That's unbelievable how
He let that go?
How much he let that go.
He let it go.
And he didn't stop and take a look either.
No. He's not happy now.
No, and you know, he didn't need to put the pressure on himself.
No.
Low right hand English straight across the table and back out. He's got to hit it hard enough because the rails have been swallowing up the balls. Oh, he's hit it slow and this 8-ball goes over here. Didn't realize it actually passed over here.
Okay. I didn't either. I thought he had one choice to shoot, and
that's pretty delicate.
And he had to be straight in on that ball to pocket the 8-ball.
Still doesn't look like it goes. Must be luck.
It goes.
Yeah, it goes. It breathed by the 6. Another great out.
He's in the home stretch. 7 games to 4. Skyler needs a mistake from Corey.
Well, Corey just made one, except for he's such a good player. He corrected it.
It was a mistake in the fact that it put a little more pressure on him. And it gave us something to talk about.
That's right.
But for him, he had no problem getting out.
So let's thank Corey on that one.
Yeah,
thanks
for the last 2 minutes of airtime.
Full airtime. We're talk about what could be and should be. And
yeah, coulda, woulda, shoulda. Jay came up with that a little while ago. I forgot all about that saying.
Skyler had a pretty easy break and run after taking a tough first shot, but shot that he should make every single time.
That wasn't a break and run. That was a waltz.
It was definitely just a walk through. Again, he's really just the one. He's just one break of serve behind here, but it's getting late. So race is 9 and his opponent's at 7.
Well, he's 3 games down. He needs to break serve and complete his break. There goes the 15 ball.
He's got a hanging 3 ball.
Yeah, we'll even play it.
And every ball, I believe, is open.
As soon as Bill gets out of the way, we can take a look at what's going on. He made the 8 ball in the
break.
break.
The 8 ball, so he has the choice here.
Now this is interesting. I remember in yesterday's match, Justin Bergman, the opening break, he breaks or makes the 8, has a long shot to start out with, and decides to re-break and breaks dry. Was that Corey that took it off?
No, Torsten Homan.
Torsten Homan takes it off. Yeah. And so he gets the first game.
And Torsten ended up winning that match.
Yes, he did.
By 1.
Was it Hill or was it 9-7?
Oh, whatever it was. It was
whatever it was.
Enough.
It was a match.
One game difference is huge.
It was a match that he could have easily lost.
Yeah, the 2 ball was probably the only problem ball, if you want to call it that. But he's on it now.
He's going to shoot the 4 ball and get the 2 ball next.
Yeah. That's
He'll
good.
probably come down for the 6.
Sure.
Stop for the 5. The 8 ball is tricky in that it doesn't go in the left-hand corner, I don't think.
It's close. It's close.
He might shoot the 5 now.
Well, the 8 ball goes in the lower right corner, so maybe the 5 ball is his key ball.
Yeah, he's taking this ball here.
Get up there. It's good.
Fall forward for the 1, then the 5, and then the 8.
Stop here. If he got straight.
He's not. But he's going to stay there anyway. He's just going to softly hit it. Not let it travel too far.
Yep. Another nice out here. Barring any weird things.
Earthquakes, floods.
Dead straight here, so he doesn't
the roof falling in. Light falling on top of the table. Closes the gap. He did his job.
Really nice.
He did what he had to do, within his control. Now he's back in the chair.
7-5. What a great match. I mean, a lot of people think that they're going to see this type of break and run action all the time from the pros, and really we haven't seen that
much of it. No, we have not. We've seen clusters and clutters, and
we've seen a lot of safety plays, and we've certainly seen our share of break and runs, but this one, just about every rack so far has been a break and run, except for, I believe, 1.
You just said you may have been watching different matches than I did. There was safety plays during yours, but I haven't seen that much safety play.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen that much safety play.
You're probably right. I think I must have meant that it wasn't easy to run out.
Right. No, yeah, I've seen some.
They weren't safety
I've
plays. They weren't just getting out all the way.
I've seen some beautiful runs. I mean, where they were getting out from nowhere. But as far as
I
safety,
misspoke. Definitely, it wasn't a safety play. It was missed runouts, is what I really meant to say.
Yes, we have had
some missed runouts late in the racks.
You know, our first match this morning, the young man from New Zealand, Matt Edwards, could have easily won his match by 4 or 5 games.
Yeah. Managing the run out.
And just managing the run out. He just didn't manage it towards the end. It was late in the run out where he got in trouble.
Really great break by Corey. Almost
got hurted into the side pocket. Instead, he's looking at a run out because everything's open. And it looks nice. And this would put him on. He's looking for a run out to get to the hill. And Skyler kind of just looking at this rack and saying, "Oh,
look how wide open!
I don't like this."
And everything is wide open. The toughest thing is just to make a choice. Both balls he can run on. If he plays 3, he gets to those 2 balls. If he plays the 12, everything's open.
If he plays the 12, everything's open. The 12 balls first.
Yep.
And you called it. He's playing the 12 ball first. The 12 ball, the 15.
Either the 15 or the 10.
Mm-hmm. If he's got a good angle, he'll take the 15 first. If he doesn't, he'll create the angle off the 10.
Looks like he's got to follow, so don't miss cue.
Well, if he follows, you better come up.
Yeah.
And he'll use the 6 ball to stop his cue ball, get straight in on the 14 ball, and then go up for the 11.
Right. He can't be on the right side of this 14. If he is, he's got to be way to the right.
Mm-hmm.
And by way to the right, it's just enough right. He wants straight. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly what you called. Bump that 6.
Yeah, use it to stop it. No problem. He'll just follow up. He can get.
As long as he misses that 3 ball, which he will.
He just wants an angle on the ball to come back towards the 8. Whether he's using the side rail or the head rail, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Now see, here's where players decide what they want to do. They want to go 2 rails with a lot of English or just 1 with right. Let's see how he handles this.
1 rail right at it. Great angle.
Great angle because I think his 2 rail angle would have led him closer to the 1. Yeah, it would have been closer to the 1, making it a harder shot. And he's out. He's on the hill.
Corey Deuel has broken in every rack so far. And that one was a much more wide open rack.
Well played, Corey.
And, you know, he was just hairs away from getting scratched in the side. A couple of balls tried to hurt it into the pocket.
Yeah,
and he broke him great. The cue ball went to the side and went right in the stack, as it always has. And a couple of balls hit it towards the side, tried to scratch, but didn't.
Set him up for the scratch, but he stayed out. Sky Woodward. The Paducah kid. He's in a hard place here. He's got to win this game.
And Skyler really has been playing excellent. I mean, he's been breaking, running almost all of his racks except for 1.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's got to do his part here and break and run this one, and then hope for a dry break or a mistake by Corey to come to the table again. At this point, if he does his job.
I think there's 2 breaks that he didn't break and run. Oh, he almost scratched. Ball in.
Easy shot to start with. Easy shots to start with.
Cluster up table with the 8 ball.
He has his choice of a stripe or a solid. He can shoot the 7 or the 14. Or the 12, I think. So he's got choices to start.
Just has to figure out which ball he's going to use to break out that cluster.
And if he chooses stripes, he's got 3 balls clustered around the 8. If he chooses solids, he's got to break out the 4 ball that's right by the 8 ball. Yeah. So I think he's going to go with solids, only because there's only 1 ball to break out. But either way, the way those balls are surrounding the 8 ball, it's tricky. It's tricky.
Could break the balls if it takes stripes and break the balls with off the 9 ball.
They did. Good.
And that's what it looks like he's going to try to do. Either that or off the 14 ball, but this angle looks like he wants to tickle a ball.
Well,
He just doesn't want to get trapped up there.
Is he going to come in 2 rails into this ball? Yeah, he's going to follow.
So.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to break him out.
He can actually go into the 8 ball and play position.
Just like that.
Pretty much that.
Yeah.
That was actually the best
perfect.
spot to do it.
Yep.
Appreciative clapping is absolutely wide open now.
He's opened it up. Corey really shouldn't expect to come back to the table, but he's in a position where he doesn't need to come back to the table because when he does, he'll have 2 breaks to win the match. He gets to break twice to win the match. That's a nice position to be in.
Yeah, especially if you've broken around every rack so far.
That's a real nice position to be in, but it's not guaranteed, and it's also the hardest to close on.
To close, yeah.
Just think if he breaks and runs, we can call him the closer.
The tricky part of this rack, I suppose, is this the ball that's still way down table because he has to come back up. And none of these balls really go in the pocket except for the 11 ball.
Skyler's out. He's going to shoot the 11, the 13, the 15, the 14, and the 8.
Don't tickle.
Never mind. He's not going to shoot them now. He's going to shoot this one down here first.
This was the shot that had an issue. He's got to get perfect on the 14 because he can get bad on the 13. They put a little grimace there.
I think he's going to be fine because he can get on the 14 or the 11 now. Yeah, you got on the 14. He's going to shoot the
this is good.
13 last.
Just let it slide to the right. Yep. It's a stun shot.
Yep. And he'll roll the 13 side pocket and almost hang up. It did hang. I did hang up. I couldn't see it.
That's pretty shocking.
That's a severe error.
Big time.
That's a big time error.
Because obviously he was perfect there for the 13.
Yes, he was.
That's a nervous laughter there. He just can't believe it. But there's a lot of pressure on him. His opponent hasn't missed.
And I don't expect him to miss here either, but he's got some work to do. The 4 ball has to be played just right to the right-hand side because the 14 is blocking the pocket.
Interesting first shot because he'd completely sell out if he doesn't make the shot.
Right.
And he almost tried. He tried his best to miss there.
Well, the table did not allow him to miss. It gave him the shot.
It's interesting. He must think this 8 ball is easy past the 14, but from here it looks like it doesn't go because he's not even addressing the fact that that 8 ball is buried, right?
He might move the 14 when he shoots the 4, and he might come at that right now because he's got to come up towards the 13 with the cue ball shooting the 6.
Wasn't he on the 5 ball a second ago?
Well, his 5 ball is his safety valve when he moves the 14.
He had the 5 ball to move the 14 before, but he's here now. There must have been a reason why he came down table.
Whoa, slow down, slow down. He's going too far.
You see, he's playing as if he doesn't need to break out that 14.
Okay.
And that's why I'm kind of wondering if he thinks that ball goes easy up.
In that case, he's firing the 8 ball in the lower left-hand corner pocket. It's froze on the rail. That's
Who
one of my most unfavorite shots.
Because the side points
That's correct.
move. They move when you shoot that ball.
Especially when it's the 8 ball.
Oh, definitely. There's no question about it.
Yeah. They stick their little point out and they trip it up. He's not happy with this.
No, unless you can play the 4 off the 14 somehow.
Skyler has hope here still in this game. Not to say that he's not out, but his percentages just went down by getting on the wrong side of the 4.
It looked like he'd had that shot, the 5 ball at the 14, when he first stepped up to the table.
Can he see the 7 ball
he
to make it?
No, looks like it's blocked by the 8 ball.
It's on your side, yeah, okay.
He's in the middle of nowhere here.
Wow. Percentages are going down.
It's even going down and down. He's playing the 5 ball into the 14, and the 14's got to get out of there if he's going to do this.
He's playing the 5 ball into the left-hand corner pocket with the cue ball traveling 2 rails to hit the 13, so he has position on the 7. He moved the 14, but not enough. Oh, but look what he just did to the 7 ball. This is nice. Now at least he can go up 2 rails
and get behind the 8 to shoot that frozen 8 ball down.
Or for the bank.
Or for the bank. That 14 did not move enough,
No.
as you said.
I don't think.
No, it didn't. I'm looking straight down it.
No.
On the screen, it looks like there's room, but I'm looking
No.
right down the barrel here.
He's got a half. He's only got half a ball to go by that 14.
Yeah. Sure looks like you'd rather play for the bank than.
Corey, you got to make a great position shot, and you've got to make a great shot after that. If you want this match, that's all it's going to take. That's all.
That's all it's going to take.
That's all it's going to take. He gets out here, he's going to get a great round of applause because it's going to be a good out.
It's going to be a good out.
No, it's going to be a great out.
Yeah, that's exactly. 8 ball.
1.
In the corner
2.
pocket.
He's got to come. He's got
Bank.
Come.
Bank
El
shot.
Banco.
El Banco.
He's gone to the side and it's almost froze. It looks froze.
Well,
Can you hold this up?
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's going
warp
the right
speed.
way.
Warp speed.
He doesn't have to go warp speed.
Yes, he does.
The banks. Great job. Corey Deuel moves on.
Corey Deuel
Amazing out.
moves on. Skyler Woodward is done for the day.
All right, everybody. Thank you.
Next match is that was at 12:30, so 3
3
o'clock.
o'clock.
We'll have next match.
And we'll see you then.
See you then.